All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Talkin Top Tier. I'm your host, always doing the most. They call me Tone the Boss. And as usual, I have a special guest. Met this young man while doing our IMA's tour. So those who know me, we do 2-3 tours a year. One for Iowa Summer Jam, one for the T1 anniversary build up, so our top tier showcases. And then we have the Iowa Music Awards tour. This one we hit about 4 different stops, 4 different cities. I'll let you tell them about the experience, how you got started, and again, special guest. I'm super excited to have you on. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Baby Mexico.
Hey. Thanks for having me.
Got a crowd. Have you done an interview before yet?
No, this is actually my first one.
Hey, that's the point of why I do this stuff. Like, the industry of music can be very expensive, but it can be fun too. And, a lot of people don't get to have these experiences even late in their career, like where it comes to interviews and touring. I've been doing music, and I actually say it in the song we did today, which we'll get to, but I've been doing music for 20 years now, and you're like 20 years old, right?
Yeah, I turned 22 in June, actually.
Okay, so yeah, literally probably been 22 years exactly how long I've been doing music, but a lot of this stuff that you're doing already is stuff that I just got into in the last 4 years, so you're 20 years ahead of the curve.
Great, yeah, that's great.
So talk to us. Let us know who you are, where you're from.
Yeah, it's BabyMexico210. You can find me on all platforms, Google, all that. I was born in San Antonio, but I grew up in Mount Pleasant. And I really got into music when I was 17 after I lost a close friend of mine. And it's just, as they say, history from there,
Yeah.
Here we are.
So when did you record your first song?
I was 17, actually, upstairs at my dad's house. Nice. On my phone, recording on SoundCloud, actually.
Nice.
And that was the first one I ever released to the public.
Okay.
But, yeah, I ended up taking that down because I got better equipment and stuff. So I'm going to end up remaking old songs and
nice.
Keep making new ones as well, stuff like that. Just
nice.
Progress.
Now, have you always been into the music, or like where did the inspiration come from?
In 5th grade was when people, the band started talking to the students about joining band and stuff. So I got in as a percussionist doing drumming and stuff. So I stuck with that throughout my entire middle school, high school career, and did all of that. And then after I lost my buddy, that I was kind of getting out of high school, so I didn't really have any music to keep doing, so I got into making my own music and stuff like that. So
nice. And making your own music, like, are you using GarageBand or like Ableton, or how are you?
I use Ableton and just a home studio. I got this old laptop and I downloaded Ableton onto that, and I got a speaker that I listen to it off of, like a little JBL, and that's how I make all my music right now.
Nice. And the song we did today, you sent me a beat from BeatStars. That's usually where you...
Yeah, that's where I get all of my stuff. They're a really good beat place. I can get beats for like $14,
and they're good to their producers too. I was telling you a little bit earlier, I met the lawyer that works for BeatStars that did all the contracts.
Yeah.
So it's much better that you're doing that through BeatStars, so these producers get paid in the recognition instead of like a lot of people will just go to YouTube.
Exactly, and that's something that I found is a big problem, because beats on YouTube will say free, but they're not free.
No.
Not
and
all.
they can take your music down if you...
Exactly,
yeah,
I've been copyrighted plenty of times.
Yeah. So BeatStars is definitely the way to go. So shout out to you guys at BeatStars.
Yeah.
So how many songs do you have recorded now?
I would say probably about 6 or 7 now, something like that. So
that's crazy. So
yeah.
When you did our first show, I believe we were in Des Moines, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and how far away is that from where you're from, Mount Pleasant? Right?
Yeah, it's about a 2-hour drive from where I'm at in Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
So that was kind of a trip.
And that, like, we call it your first show, but you actually performed before, right?
Yeah, with Beat the Competition. Shout out to them. They do a lot of good things. In Iowa City at a bar called Unimpaired. It's a
Oh my
dry
God.
bar.
I've got a lot of history with Unimpaired before they shut down. So good and bad. So that's kind of crazy that you performed there at one point. And it was called Beat the Competition?
Yeah, Beat the Competition TV. They're a charity organization. So they do a lot of stuff for children in need and stuff.
Oh, wow. My friend Chop Peace, you'll meet her very soon, but she's wanted to get me involved with them for the longest. So that's really cool that you were at one of those events. So how long ago was that?
I'd say about a year and a half ago now, something like that.
That is so cool. So we were supposed to probably cross paths then, but I know I was double booked during one of their events. So that's the coolest thing ever. All right. So fast forward, we do the Des Moines show, which is the first show of 4. We did Des Moines. I believe it was Sioux City, Iowa City, and then back here, my hometown, Cedar Rapids. So talk about what it was like doing those shows, how you felt. We did feedback at the first and the last show, but like I've definitely seen your growth, but I want to hear from you how you felt about them.
The first show was definitely not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to be judged like that, but I was down for all of it, definitely. Learning experiences. That first show, I kind of stumbled a little bit. I was just getting comfortable and stuff. And then the next 2 shows I thought were really great, just straight progress. And that last show I kind of stumbled again, but it was good. I got to meet some really great people and make great contacts and connections. So I thought it was great overall.
Yeah, I thought you did great, and what I really liked about it, just constantly seeing your progression. And just discovering who you are as an artist, because we're always learning, right? We're always growing,
absolutely.
And we're always getting better. So like, what I really loved, and I mentioned this as we were giving feedback, is full circle moments, because Classic was a judge at the first one and the last one, and at the first one he asked like, "Are you who you want to be, or are you who you are on the music?" And he said, "I'm who I am," and the first time he actually didn't have as much confidence, but then the last time when we asked, you're like, I know I'm who I am, like when I do my music. So it's just constantly growing into not only an artist, but also learning what you like about your art and how to express it. You tend to bring a decent crowd with you every show. Like, are these people that you've been friends with forever? Are you marketing on social media, or how does that work?
Yeah, for the most part, it's just good friends that I've made over the years and stuff. And then some of them are actually pretty recent good relationships that I've made and stuff. But yeah, for the most part, it's just good friends that I bring with me and stuff.
That's really dope. The support system is the most important thing, and like making it a fun experience. Like I work with a lot of artists, like they get to the venue, they just want to sit in the VIP section and like look at everybody. They don't interact, but you interact, you bring people, they come to the stage. When you get on stage, like, there's sometimes you'll have those friends that are like too cool to be around, but yours are really supportive, like even showing up to the shows, and they're all in different cities. The cities that we performed in during the show, have you been to all of them before? Or was that your first time for any?
I've been everywhere but Sioux City. That was my first time being in Sioux City.
That was my first time there too.
Oh, wow,
like,
yeah.
It's 4 hours from here.
That was a 5-hour drive.
Oh
for
my
me.
God, that's crazy. Like to drive 5 hours and still be in Iowa is the craziest thing to me.
Absolutely.
But no, I thought it was super cool, because that was definitely a new audience that I've never seen before. So Stin Jotti, the headliner on that show.
Yeah, he did great.
I don't know if you looked him up, but he was on he's on FX. He's got a show on Hulu.
Oh wow.
Like he's like mainstream, like really doing it.
Yeah, I'm following him on Instagram, but I didn't know all that. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then like he's in a lawsuit right now with Cardi B, who stole a beat from him. Like
wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
So
that is awesome.
he's one of the cooler people that we know. Shy songwriter. He's all over the place. Like I said, that's the one guy that's like definitely traveling more than me nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
Shout out to Shy.
Shout
He's
out
the
to
one
Shy.
who really got me into all of this and got me in contact with you. So
Yeah.
shout out to him.
Yep. So me and him, good friends. We did a joint album together, and we've just been doing business like crazy, and it's good, and we have fun, and we work like crazy. So and once you find somebody that's like a variant of you, a variation, like you can learn from them, you can vent to them, and then you guys can grow and do good business together.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, he's an awesome guy. And I mean, now you've done the shows, you got the feedback. Now we got a song together, doing the interview, and you were just nominated for an Iowa Music Award. Did you even know the Iowa Music Awards was a thing, or?
Not coming into this, I did not. I was just looking for ways to expand my music and my reach to people.
Yeah.
And I can't remember exactly. Oh, Young Chapo, shout out to Young Chapo. He posted on his story about the Iowa Music Awards. I saw Shy's name on the post, and I messaged him.
That's
and
crazy.
Here I am now.
Yeah, I love how everybody's connected one way or another, and like those connections help all of us grow. Like you have a home studio, but like if ever you want like just the best of the best, this place is the place I recommend going to.
Absolutely. Shout out to Soundbox.
Yes,
definitely.
Soundbox Recording Studio.
Yeah, we just made some crazy music today.
Man, it's crazy, dude. I was low key kind of embarrassed because I normally write so fast, and this was the first time. It took me so long. I said, just throw me in there, and I'm just trying different bars. Like one of my engineers, so I also work at or record at the studio in Waterloo. And he doesn't let me go in with the phone at all. And I used to hate it because like the phone has been my superpower. I can write something instantly. But today I got in there and I'm like, the last bar is not coming to me. And then I didn't like how I delivered a different bar. And I'm like, just put me in there. And then I just start trying a different bar. Nope, let's do something better. Let's do something different. And kept doing it the way that I do it out in Waterloo. And it was pretty cool. So
yeah, it came out good.
Definitely. Yeah, I think it came out great. And it's just a part of like, evolving. Like I'm an old dog, but I'm still learning new tricks. And that's what makes music fun. Like don't ever lose that. Like make sure you have your reason for why you do it, and you have fun and enjoy while you're doing it, or just do it with a purpose. Like not everybody does fun music, and that's okay, but at least be proud of what you're doing. Like, make sure you enjoy it and that you feel like you can go somewhere with it and keep pushing it.
Absolutely.
So yeah. What else do you have like coming up? So you got 6 or 7 songs out now?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you working on like an EP or an album, or what are you thinking?
I was thinking about starting on an EP. I haven't got any set ideas yet on anything, but yeah, I've been playing around with that in my mind a little bit, so that's something awesome. I could hopefully get going here soon.
That's awesome. And one of the conversations we've been having is like, turning this into business. Like I do this full time. So I would say it's been about 6 years since I started T1 Entertainment, but I've been rapping again for the last 4. And total years in music has been 22 years for me. It took a long time to get to where I'm at, to where like it's making money for itself. But like now the information that I have, I just share it. Like I don't gatekeep. I like, skip all the steps.
That's what I try to do.
Because at one point, I took like 7 years off of music, and it's something that I love. Like I breathe it, but it didn't make sense financially. It didn't make sense like what you have to do once you are signed. And it always felt like you have to leave Iowa in order to make it from Iowa, which I don't think is fair at all. And that's why I end up building the things like the music awards and Summer Jam. Like, let's make Iowa an attraction. Let's make Iowa a place of collaboration where we network and come together.
Yeah.
So, I say all that to say this, like, what feedback are you getting now that you're like being serious about your music and making your investments?
Feedback, mainly just the business portion of things. I've been trying to ask every question that I can, and just I don't know, like I'm still working with it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I've got a pretty good feeling about all this. Right now.
So, and then like I mentioned, you brought your friends with you to the show, so you get friend support. How's family been about like you doing music full time or seriously?
Not all of my family completely believes I can do it, but my mom's always had full support in me and stuff that. She's always been at my shows and stuff when she can be, so that's good. I always get support from her and all that. But
that's dope. That's dope.
It all just gives me motivation, everything,
Yeah. Let the good and the bad motivate you. The people that think you can't do it, like, use that as motivation to watch me.
Yeah.
And then the people that say you can do it and get behind you, you kind of owe them. Like, what? All right, I'm gonna watch me because I'm gonna prove you right, or I'm watching because I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah.
So, like, always use that as fuel to keep going. So. You got your 6'7". Do you have any visuals out on YouTube or anything yet?
Like a music video?
Yeah.
No, I actually have not made one. I was kind of playing around with it, but I didn't have the rights for a music video for that beat. So I had to stop with that production. So I'm going to end up finding something else to do. So.
Yeah. And that's, again, what I feel like is my job at this point in my career is like connecting people. But I've got, the Music Awards itself will show you a list of the top 5 producers in Iowa. So you don't have to get beats online. You can actually meet the person that's making the beat, or they can make one in front of you, or you can tell them how you want it, or they can show you their catalog and you can, hear a beat that you like. So I recommend networking amongst that right here at Soundbox Studios. One of the co-founders is the Lazy Otter, Jay Lim, who you just met. He's an engineer and producer, and he has been killing it. Like, he's just absolutely amazing. So if he's got time, I'd love for him to show you some beats as well.
Absolutely.
And then out in Waterloo, Lyrical, he not only makes beats, but he shoots videos. We just shot a video with him, and he's like one of the dopest videographers you'll ever see. Like, it's like Hollywood stuff, like green screens and big graphics and great locations and great quality and storytelling. So everybody you need to know is typically already going to be at the Iowa Music Awards for everything you'll need for your music career, whether it's advice or whether it's resources. That's, kind of why we do what we do.
All right, yeah, great. I will be in contact with them.
Yep, awesome. And then we're working on a show in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, we're still getting the dates figured out, but we're going to have a show that I will be hosting at the Coffee Depot in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. So
yeah. I'm hoping I get to DJ that thing.
Yeah.
I think that'll be pretty epic, and we keep building from there. Mount Pleasant. I don't think I've even been to Mount Pleasant, so that'd be a pleasant experience. I hope. But being able to just travel and do what you love and then bring it back home, like, that's the best part to me. Like, that's us doing what we love, showing the world, networking with different people and walks of all life, and then like being able to come back and be like, hey, I did it. And now I'm gonna do it for here. Like, it's pretty cool. So
and I'm hoping that if it all goes well, we can end up doing that like once a month or something and get an actual recurring event going on in Mount Pleasant. That would be great.
That'd be super exciting. And then there's more artists to meet and more opportunities that now you're providing for people. Like, like I said, it took forever for me to even step into a mentor role or a manager role. And give back. Like, I went through a lot first and learned all the good and the bad. You're already there. Like, you're already, touring, hitting different cities. Like, when I was starting, it was like we only wanted to perform here. This was like our spot to try to get on, and super excited when we got our shows. But like, now you've already hit several different cities. We did lunch today, and my girlfriend was like, "Baby Mexico," like, that was like, you saw her like one time, so it's like you're already famous. And it's crazy too, because like she saw you in Des Moines,
right? Yeah, that was a minute ago.
That means you left an impression, and trust me, I did not put her up to it. Like, I was trying to introduce you, and she interrupted me. So I was like, damn, you got a good memory, but you left an impression. So like, kudos to you for that.
And it's actually about the artists and stuff. It's crazy to see how many artists are just so eager to be on stage and stuff from those small towns where nothing ever really happens and stuff. So it's a really nice feeling to be able to set something up like that, an event, and actually get people on stage.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited about that. So
Cool. Well, we do this thing. It's called Top 5, where we talk about our top 5 something. And I've done everything from Latin artists, R&B singers, anime characters, to I think I might even did basketball players. Never have I ever done Cartoon Network shows. You talked earlier about getting a sleeve. You talked about a few other cool things too that that you fish.
yeah.
That you're into plants.
Yeah, I got a bunch of cactuses and stuff.
Well, I can't do top 5 fish. I'm sorry. I should be able to do that. I'm pretty embarrassed that I can't do that.
No, it's all right.
I like catfish, but that's just a food that I plants, hell no, I can't do that. I can't tell you probably 2 different types of plants. So Cartoon Network shows, I absolutely can do. I grew up on them, but I did grow up at a different time from you, so I'm sure I know the old shows.
Yeah.
I might have like 1 or 2 new ones, but I'm interested to see what you have. So the way we do this is we start at number 5. I'll go first, and then you go with yours.
All right.
All right, so my number 5. Please tell me if you know this show, and if you don't, I'll be embarrassed, but it's okay. Number 5, I guess I'm going to be embarrassed either way, because my number 5 Cartoon Network show was the Powerpuff Girls. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I've watched that.
Okay, thank God. I'm not too old.
Yep,
Still might be embarrassing, but I'm not too old. What's your number 5?
Probably The Amazing World of Gumball. That's a newer one.
So I got a 9-year-old, and she watches that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like it.
Is it appropriate? I haven't watched it.
It's appropriate.
Okay.
It makes me laugh. So.
Okay, there's a few that are just so like explicit.
Yeah.
I got 2 that's on my list right now that we'll get to, but yeah, I don't want my daughter watching that. So you tell me. All right. All right, number 4. I think this one was canceled forever ago, so you may not know it, but I absolutely loved it and have to give it a shout out. Dexter's Laboratory.
Yep.
That's on my top 5 as number 4. Dexter's Lab. Have you ever seen it or heard of it?
Great show.
You watched it?
Yeah, growing
Get
up.
out.
Yeah, I was born in 2002, so that was still on air when I was growing up.
You were like 2.
Yeah,
I feel like it was off air in like 2006.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly I watched it, because I was seeing it when I was like 11 or something.
They were still probably showing it. They just not new episodes.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. But yep, I've seen that. It's a great one. My number 4 is probably Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Hey, what you know about Courage?
Yeah, I grew up watching that one. That's a
good one. You stupid dog. That's awesome. Okay, my number 3 is Teen Titans.
That's a really
I
good
actually
one.
like Go. I didn't like Go at first because it looked like kiddie.
Yeah.
And then like the jokes were not very kiddie. Like I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus, like they're talking about that. And then when Beast Boy starts rapping, like he be going off, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. Beast Boy he goes hard.
Yeah, one of
He
my
goes
other
hard.
homies would be all like, "Hey, bro, no cap, listen to this Beast Boy rap." And like we like battle rap, and he knows I'm a rapper, so I don't want to hear a little kid show rap. And I listen, I'm like, that motherfucker's spitting.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you got for number 3?
Probably Batman, the cartoon one.
Oh, which one? Because there's so many iterations.
Oh man, I don't even remember which one I was watching,
man.
but the old Batman cartoons.
Because like my favorite is Batman the animated series.
The
he's got the
animated
deep
series.
voice. Dang, I remember that. It was like before Cartoon Network, so they probably got the licensing later after it was syndicated. But I know there's been like 12 different versions of Batman, like even as cartoons. So okay, it almost changes my list. I didn't know we could use Batman.
Right?
No, it's all good. My number 2 is Rick and Morty. And that one, I just got put on it maybe a year ago. Everybody's been talking about it. I just don't really have time. Like I barely get to watch TV. I watch wrestling, and that's like it.
Okay.
And I don't have time to do that, but I can work while it's playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rick and Morty, people have been trying to put me on for years, and I finally gave it some time last year or about a year and a half ago, and I've watched every episode. Not only is it hilarious, but it really is genius
Yeah,
and like their theories make so much sense.
Right,
it's scary.
Great. That makes me want to change one of my numbers now.
What you got at number 2? Don't change it yet.
Ed, and Eddie.
Oh
definitely.
my God, I have failed my family. Ed, and Eddie is supposed to be in everyone's top 5. And I have to reveal that it is not in my top 5.
Oh,
I am a bad cartoon watcher now. And that used to be my pride and joy. I feel like I failed everyone. But yeah, Ed, and Eddie belongs there. Yeah, dang, that's a good one. You did good. my number 1, which now feels more like a Fox show than Cartoon Network, is Family Guy. Family Guy. That's where I first seen it, was Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. I think it's because they canceled it on Fox. Cartoon Network picked it up, showed the old episodes, renewed it, brought it back, and then I think Fox bought it back. Okay. It might air on both. But either way, Cartoon Network's where I found Family Guy. A lot of my sense of humor in real life comes from that, my randomness. Like, Peter's hilarious. The whole family's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, Family Guy is my number 1 Cartoon Network show. What is yours?
Mine, I'm split between Billy and Mandy and Kids Next Door, but if I had to choose, it'd probably be Billy and Mandy.
Mundy, yes, yeah. Billy and Mandy, they definitely deserve to be on the list.
Yeah,
honorable mention to them. Never watched Kids Next Door.
Really? Yeah, that used to be.
I thought that was Nickelodeon. That's Cartoon Network.
I thought it was Cartoon Network.
It might be. I don't know, but yeah, I know for sure Billy and Mandy was.
Yeah.
So no, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, you can be 20 years younger than me and still know the classics. Like, that's what's important in life. Like, those kind of cartoons should never die.
No, never.
That's awesome. All right, Baby Mexico. I think we learned a lot about you, and you still got a lot more to do, a lot more to grow, and a lot more people to meet. In any way that I can help you in this music game, in the industry whatsoever, feel free to hit me up anytime. I'm a resource, and I just love to help people. So this is another episode of Talkin Top Tier. Where can they find you? What's next?
You can find me on Google or anywhere you get your music at, and hopefully we'll have that Mount Pleasant show coming up here soon.
Yeah, and on Instagram, it's at BabyMexico210.
Yeah, it's _ BabyMexico210, but you can probably just look me up as BabyMexico210.
No. Now, is the 210 a part of your name or just the Instagram tag?
It's a part of the name. It's the area code for San Antonio, Texas, where I was born.
Nice.
So, yeah, I go by BabyMexico210, 210.
That's dope, 210. All right, representing Baby Mexico in the house. Tone the Boss, you already know what it is. Talking Top Tier. Great interview. Appreciate you coming to Cedar Rapids, representing, doing your thing. We got a record on the way. What we going to call that one? Not the same?
No, Stuck With You, I think.
What? Stuck with? What, did you even say that? I know I didn't say that. You should have told me that it was called that. I rapped about nothing.
The first line is, yeah, baby, I've been stuck with you.
But it doesn't repeat. The chorus is something completely different.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I would have wrote a different verse. Okay, whatever. We're here talking Top Tier. Tone the Boss. Baby Mexico 210. We out.